in Salem, Oregon, one of the first places after Washington that Gavin McInnes and the Proud Boys and everything hit. Lots of Proud Boy activity, lots of far right activity going on, and a whole lot of very parasocial and very angry right wingers are up in Oregon right now, and they stormed the state capitol earlier today. Armed anti-lockdown protests just tried to storm Oregon state capitol. Some of the protests were able to enter the building and were seen in video walking around heavily armed. So basically what they tried to do, they tried to do a little coup. They just wanted to walk in. So what was happening in the building? What the actual fuck? Yeah, dude. So here's some video of them. Here's some video of them breaking in the door here of this. Yeah, look at them. They're trying to kick open the doors and break the doors open. What's happening in the building is a lot of the legislatures. Yep, he got in. He just got in down there. A lot of the legislatures. Oh, my bad. The state legislator. Wait, why the fuck do they have penguins? Wait, you can't even see behind me. But wait, look. So they have everything going on. You know, all of these frames. Then they have this weirdo, and then they have penguins in the Kansas City Zoo. Okay, very interesting. Extremely interesting indeed. I'm so glad we were able to tune in. So the state legislature was debating new lockdown protocols, what they're going to do with COVID cases rising again, because and these people were very, very angry. The penguins were low-key part of the protest. Yeah, they're like the they're like the penguins of Madagascar, dude. Smile and wave, boys.
Between me and you, I want you guys to think at some point all this shit's gonna get real. You know what I mean? There's a lot of us, heavily trained, heavily armed veterans. Okay, we know where you live. You understand what we're saying? All we want you to do is stick up to your fucking
This dude can't even move. This dude can't even. That's right.
So yeah, basically, if you weren't able to catch all of that, he said something along the lines of just remember where you're standing when shit gets real. You know what I mean? Because there's a lot of us. And so they're basically just threatening violence. They're threatening when shit gets real. Oh, you're gonna have your head on the block. You're gonna be wishing you were standing where we were right now. Really scary. Yeah, really wild stuff going on from these people. Here, let me see if I can pull up a couple more of these tweets of these dudes walking around on the outside. Mafia, dude. Yeah, this is y'all. This is Al-Qaeda. It's true. So these guys brought guns. They brought their they got their cop simp flags. They have their Chinese-made American flags on poles made from deforested trees, and they're here to show their support for no lockdowns or whatever. Once again, no masks. They're not wearing any masks because why would they? It is entirely too early to be alive, never mind awake. And I am undercover in Salem, Oregon, where a bunch of far-right activists have gathered to protest the state government's decision to close their legislature session to the public today. And holy shit, things got real immediately. They just tried to force their way into the building, fight with cops, a great deal of mace, footage incoming. The cops have retreated inside the building and closed the internal door. The right wingers are gearing up to go in. It's spicy as fuck out there, and they're going in and then back out. So yeah, they're just trying to break their way into the state legislature. I don't know if they're gonna try and hold the people hostage or whatever, but the cops have completely retreated. Yeah, look at them, dude. What the fuck? Yes, we all know the great way to get the cops on your side. Just scream, "Oh, this is the Constitution! Are you read the Constitution? The Constitution!" Works every time, actually. Every time you get pulled over, just try that out. Just start screaming about the Constitution. "Sir, do you understand you have broken the Constitution? This is our building. We're supposed to be here." Works every time, man. Use that every time you get pulled over. The cop will just leave. He'll just start to back up. He's like, "Oh shit, dude, he's got the Constitution." But anyways, So these guys have they attack the police. They're bear macing the police now. They're actually, so this is one step above what they were doing before. Yeah, destruction of, yeah, how is this not, how is this, and once again, they won't call this a riot or anything, but these people literally trying to break in and break into a federal building, destroying federal property, breaking down the doors, bear macing cops. Okay, and once again, no one's been like shot or no rubber bullets yet, but the cops will very happily rain bullets down into look at him. This dude walks in here, he starts pushing him over. Do you think this would be happening with a BLM protest? Dude, they just start shooting. They just start gunning people down. They start just throwing tear gas, not like literally gunning people down, but like with less lethal munitions. Look at him. And these guys come around, start bear macing them, trying to break into the building, and they're just pushing them away. Hey, listen, okay, here's one thing. One tactic that a lot of people have been trying to implement when it comes to like Antifa and Black Bloc and BLM, when a lot of right wingers come around, a really good thing to do is just completely pull back. Just completely pull out, because the media will always be less favorable. The police will always be less favorable to BLM and left-wing organizing. When it comes to right-wing organizing, though, they're far more likely to be charitable to them, and the right wingers are absolutely belligerent. Okay, so they're just going to try and club the police's head. And when they clash, that's only good for the left. When they make themselves look bad, it's only good for the left, because people will start to shift attention to them and stop trying to discredit a lot of BLM, Antifa protest and counter protest by calling them violent or whatever. When the right can help play off that by being around and agitating, just completely pull out. So with the right wingers just fighting and destroying public property all by themselves and having to face off against the police, it shows both the double standards when it comes to the police, and it shows the absolute rampant belligerency from the right. So this is like, in all intents and purposes, I mean, it's pretty good to watch them just fight by themselves without anybody interfering. Here's like a little bit as well after they broke in.
Run. We will not be we'll run. We will not be censored. We will not be locked out.
So yeah, this is what these Steven Crowder, Ben Shapiro, John Doyle videos, Nick Fuentes videos look like in the real world. This is what they look like in the real world. This is what people do. Sorry, they tell them they're in war. They tell them that they're under siege. They tell them that their democracy is being stolen. Their country's being taken from them, right? So what do? Well, you gear up and you go try and take your country back. Obviously, why wouldn't you? Why wouldn't you? You know, they're patriots, you know? You put your bulletproof vest on and you're ready to go storm the Capitol building. Yeah, you're right. The next evolution, final form of the Tea Party. You can almost see the timeline from first black president is illegitimate to we need to stop the illegitimate government. Oh yeah, absolutely. Yep. Yeah. Barack Hussein Obama or whatever. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, and here's a bunch of other Republicans tweeting. Here's Jim Jordan, make America free again. And Donald Trump talking about liberating places like Michigan and Oregon from the tyrannical lockdowns that are when your governor closes down your favorite titty bar. Man, so much freedom is being sucked from us right now. So tired of these spineless Republicans. I wonder how fast the country would open up if we force all governors to live on $600 a month. I mean, this one's actually, okay, so here's one stupid thing, all right? The haha populism, $600 a month for 6 months. Okay, listen, that's all great and all, but the government, the economy opening back up still wouldn't help. Small businesses would absolutely still get ravaged. And here's why. It's not because of just the lockdowns. Even places where there aren't lockdowns, people don't want to go out because people don't want to get the virus. People aren't going to these bars in the same capacity that they used to because people don't want to go out and get COVID. They just don't want to get sick. So obviously, why would they be doing that? It's just ridiculous for them to, right? So they're hurting. Maybe instead of just pretending like it's all the government's fault. It's all this fault and that fault. How about you try to actually change things? How about you actually try and make this better so we won't have to try and lock down at all? Ever think about that? All right, thank you. Yeah, and here's them trying to break into the building. Yeah, look at them go. And they're in. Oh, baby, he hurt himself. So yeah, apparently there are about 300 people there. Lots of people were live streaming. Oh, here we go.
By the way, just FYI, apparently Senator Dallas Hurd is running around this building without a mask.
What do they expect to do? I don't know. Maybe hold all of them for ransom and then bust in there with their guns and then hold all of them for ransom and then tell them to open up the government, or else society, or else society is going to come crumbling down on them. Yeah, they said things like, you aren't Americans, you're fucking working for, you're working for the Chi-Coms, shouted another, a reference to stimmering conspiracy theories about Chinese government infiltrating the U.S. government agencies. The one person in the crowd urged people to burn their Blue Lives Matter flags. Jadid reported on Twitter. Earlier on, a live stream with the name Villain urged Antifa to come join them. Show up in Black Bloc. Get on your apps. What the fuck? He said. Are you really going to stand against tyranny? Come stand with us. If you're really trying to make the world better and citizens more free and stop a tyrannical government from taking away your rights, stand with us. So yeah, stand with us. Trying to stop the state legislature from stopping people from getting more COVID. Yep, stand with us, boys. This is really what needs to be going on. These people are wild. These people are crazy. This is what radicalization does. This is why it's so scary for people like Newsmax and OAN to be getting all the attention that they are now from Trump, and Trump to even start to make his own like sort of like a media infrastructure in and of itself, because they're just going to start lying to people, and this is what happens. It's not just fun and games. They're making money off of it, and then we have to suffer the consequences of these people going around saying China controls the government and coronavirus is real, and open up the government. What is that? There's tyranny. Tomorrow they're gonna be having to speak Mandarin. All our women are gonna be wearing burqas. And that's something that they unironically think, and we're all gonna be ruled by black gay trans women, and that's it. And that's absolutely, and that's all, and that's something that they actually believe. It is really worrying. Not only are they killing other people by going around and hotboxing COVID with each other because they all don't think it's real, but what they're doing to the radicalization in society is only ramping up, and it's actually ramping up a little faster than I expected. Now they're actually going out and trying to break down buildings and destroy break down doors and trying to force legislatures to open the states back up, while we're experiencing the third or fourth worst coronavirus spike, and this country's doing the worst with coronavirus in the entire developed world. I mean, that's what happens when you watch too much Fox News. Actually, not even Fox News. They're too radical for Fox News now. That's where they're onto alternative media. They're onto like right side media. We did a little article about that. Right side media used to host fucking Nick Fuentes. Nick Fuentes used to be a part of some of the news organizations that Trump is sending people now. That's what happens when radicalization takes over. And we're going to have to be dealing with this for a really long time after this.